Waiting there when you entered the space of me. Really, you think that's it? Don't get it already. Calling stare, crushed in the dive of your flooding prayer. I wanna taste of your freedom. I wanna taste of your freedom. Inside when you're not there. Weight of the world on me, I don't care. I wanna taste of your freedom. I wanna taste of your a straight shot to the system. Please to be your victim. Now I finally elevated. Nothing could touch me. Flashlight, hit that overload. Night ride, I'll take any road. On my way to go, 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 go. Flashlight, hit that overload. Night ride, I'll take any road. On my way to go, 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 go. Burn me alive with your calling stare. Crushed in the dive of your flooding prayer. I wanna taste it. I wanna taste it. Goes inside when you're not there. Weight of the world on me, I don't care. I wanna taste it. I wanna taste it. Give me a taste of your freedom.
Don't play with my heart. Just let me go. Please let me go. You like to love so hard and then you throw it away. You like to open skies and then you leave it on me. Someone I can never be with. You joke about my flaws and weaknesses. How bad it was. Yes, you never really cared because you said your parents never gave you heart, and there's a child you were never loved. Then you threw it away. You left to open skies, and then you leave it on me. Talk about my flaws and weaknesses. We used to be solid, not falling apart. Things never not okay when you were mine. You used to be honest, not pulling my heartstrings. Every other day you change your mind. I'm tired of being the boy like that. Something so orientated, cause you want me, then you're busy. Girl, it's not that complicated. Got me tied up in a loop and round, round. She got me running in a circle. Way back to you, what happened to us? In a circle. Back where it started, I'm stuck out like glue. You keep me on a loop. Try to find my way back to you, what happened to us? In a circle. Back where it started, I'm stuck out like glue. You keep me on loop. I used to respect you, thought I was enough. Yeah, feels like half a century ago. Guess you keep coming back after telling me off, without even feeling sorry between goodbye and hello. Again, how we grow again, how about no again and again and I'm trying to tell you again, but friends struggling to comprehend that we broke up and did again and again and again and I'm getting busier and busier, so disorientated. Cause you want me, then you're busy, girl, it's not that complicated. Got me tied up in a loop and round. She got me running in a circle. Way back to you, what happened to us? In a circle. Back where it started, I'm stuck out like glue. You keep me on a loop. Try to find my way back to you, what happened to us? In a circle. Back where it started, I'm stuck out like glue. You keep me on a loop. Yeah, when you're high, kind of little toy for you to wind up when you lying in bed and feeling lonely. I'm tired of being deployed like all I ever use when you think I'm lonely. I'm nothing but a boy for you to wind up when you wanna pretend to get to know me. You got me running in a circle. Trying to find my way back to you. What happened to us? I'm in a circle. Back where I started, I stuck out like glue. Keep me on a loop. Trying to find my way back to you. What happened to us? I'm in a circle. Back where I started, I stuck out like glue. Keep me on loop.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Valhallan Campo live stream. I know it has been months, years, maybe even some would say, but we are officially back, and hopefully all of you know what that means. Is because we are back, that means we are officially back in season with competition live for us to watch. And realistically, there's no better way to start than with Valorant, than with Valhallan Campo Smite, one of my favorite teams to watch, one of my favorite games to cast, and very excited to see what is going to be going on in this match for us tonight. We are currently just waiting for the other team to join up, and then we will have a fast-paced, hopefully non-stop action game for you guys. Now, with that being said, some of you guys might be wondering, well, where were the streams earlier this week? Well, you know, we had some technical difficulties, had to figure some things out, so no streams earlier this week, but hopefully now we will officially be back with streams at least Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Obviously, Wednesdays, you know, you guys are hard, because, well, typically it's all on me, and I am coaching that night, so we're still looking for people, still trying to find someone to come in here and cast for you guys on Wednesdays. Just a little bit of a harder task than we first thought. So we do have some people joining, so should be getting started just underway. And now that we are officially in the new season, we are going to see some rosters get mixed up here. We're going to see Coach Ben try out some new things, get excited about what he wants to see. And, you know, we're actually seeing a roster that we've never actually got to see before. So it'll be really interesting to see how this team does week number 1. And don't mind me just looking at the screen here, just trying to get the match ready to go. But, yes, so with that being said, I'll give you guys a little bit of a preview of the roster on this Smite team that we're going to be seeing tonight. We, of course, are going to see the big three, the main three, very familiar with, returning to this Smite roster, Evan, a.k.a. Thunder, Evie, a.k.a. Animal Team, and Allie, a.k.a. 4-Slot Toaster. Fan favorites here. You guys love them. We love to watch them, and really excited to see what they've been doing in this long, probably about 2-month-ish break. See how much they have improved. Now, we also have a returning face onto this roster, that being Little Ben, aka Jammer7. Someone that has been playing a lot of Valorant, has committed himself a little bit more to the game. So it'd be interesting to see how he manages to build up and see if he has the confidence to get back onto this roster, hopefully full time. And then on the debut of his Smite roster, on the return to his Valorant gameplay, we will have Sham, aka Lachlan, returning to Valorant on the debut for Smite. Will be very interesting to see how he does. He is someone that has been putting a lot of hours into the game recently, and will be really interesting to see if he can keep up with the pace of this higher ranked lobby and see how well he can perform. He is going to be a bit of a momentum swing player for this team. If Lachlan is doing well, I anticipate that the rest of the team is going to be doing well, and hopefully they'll be able to get a win tonight. Obviously, we are in officially the first week of the summer season, so no preseason in the summer. Realistically, every game matters. You know, you want to win fast, you want to win a lot. Every single games matter. There's no easy get out at this point, so it'll be really interesting to see how he does and to see if this team can start off hot and find a W here week 1. And this is a team that we know we've seen them do well before. We've seen them go far into playoffs and place really well in the normal bracket. But it really all depends on how that they are going to do and if they can instantly build that momentum back and keep going. And currently, we are just waiting for one more player, so no worries on that. Should be joining any minute now. But a little bit of a harder summer this season than we've seen in previous seasons. Typically the summers mean there's less teams, and well, there are less teams in the summer this season, but this team, most of the teams registered for Valorant this season are tough. Gonna be tough opponents. No game is a gimme. Every game could go either way. So we will see how they do. And it looks like we have the last person joined into the lobby. So we should be getting underway any second now, as all of the players, I guess, get up and wanted to see a message that Coach Ben just told all of them what he said. But I guess I'm not one to judge. And looks like we're going to have a little bit of a ping mismatch here. It'll be really interesting to see how they want to combat that. See if they're just going to let it go, or to see if they are just going to deal with it. But we are pretty much as ready as we can be. Just waiting for R's in the chat. I see an R from Atlee, and as soon as I see an R from the other team, we will be getting started, and we will be watching some high Valorant gameplay. And first off, I should excuse myself that you guys hear me sniffling a little bit. I'm sick, so we can't all be winners. Unfortunately, it gets us all sometimes. So I will very bluntly apologize and do my best to make it so you guys don't hear that. But there's only so much I can do. And just waiting for the final R here come out from the other team. Now, all of our players have said R, so as soon as that R comes out, we will be ready to go. This team already talking about comp and what they're going to do, but we have just gotten the R from the other team, so we will switch over to the game and watch some. And just like that, we are in here. And looks like we have some very quick insta-locks. A very aggressive comp we have going here. 3 duelists, 1 controller, and 1 sentinel. Again, that is Evan, aka Thunder, on the Reyna. We have Animal Team, aka Eevee, on the Clove. We have 4-Slot Toaster, aka Atlee, on the Raze. We have Sham, aka Lachlan, on the Cypher. And finally, we have Jammer7, aka Little Ben, on
would
the
make
Jet.
fun of their dumb faces. But
And
they're
looking
us.
at the opposition here,
Stupid.
we actually see a pretty similar-ish
drop.
comp. It's not exactly the same. Obviously, we're seeing the Raze and the Reyna come out, those two being the same, but we see a Brim in the side of Controller or Smokes. And then we're seeing a Waylay, I believe is an Initiator, and then we see the Sage as well. So really interesting to see how they're going to run with this comp. A little bit more of a defensive comp that we're seeing from Heralds of the Apocalypse. And will be interesting to see how they rotate heavy on this attack side to see if they can try and steal some rounds off of Smite early on. And we're seeing a 5-stack A here, and just like that. And
that went well. All right,
I
same thing this time.
don't want to be that guy. I don't want to cast or curse, but that is not a good sign. What we just saw is not a good sign of how the game is going to go. We already apologize, Heralds, because they're just... Hopefully they can figure something out pretty quickly here to counter this Smite's very aggressive playstyle, and doesn't look like they're going to find anything this time. And they do actually find one. And looks like we're going to see Eevee flank here. Eevee's going to find one. She's going to find the second. And yet again, very quickly, Heralds fall to Smite, giving Smite the 2-0 advantage. This is gonna be a tough game for Heralds. No way to put it nicely, unfortunately. This is gonna be a tough fight for Heralds. And again, hopefully they can figure something out quick here.
Time to explode.
Looks like here we're seeing a similar setup. Don't see anyone A or B yet, though, but looks like Lachlan's left all alone at C. We're going to see how he can handle.
They found my wire.
Lachlan using a lot of utility there, try to keep himself alive and buy some time for his team to flank. And we're already seeing engagements come from the flank. Evan finding one, Atlee finding one, Evan finding another, Evie finding one, and Evan finding the 3K to give Smite the 3-0 advantage.
Reckon we're just better, aye? Reloading. Reloading. Here. Reloading. Are they asleep? Gun here. No peeking.
Remaining.
Right? I hate to say
All right,
but
just tweaked
probably
around some
best
settings,
not
so hopefully that audio is a little better for you guys. We haven't streamed in a little while, we're a little rusty out here, so apologize. Give me some leeway here. I know I'm a professional, but and to kind of fill in for that silent round, we're already back at a 4-0 in the favor of Smite, and we saw a very similar, just kind of quick run through, but looks like we have a stack C here. Actually, we see nothing C, and it looks like they're going to be B here. Evan's going to fall quick. Lachlan going to clean it up, though, getting the trade and making it 4-4. Atlee taking some shots through the smoke. We're still seeing shots come out from Heralds through the smoke. No heads being dinked, though. Smoke goes down. Little Ben going to find one.
Here.
Atlee going to find another.
One and
And just like that, they fall
spike spotted.
5-0 in the favor of Smite.
Right? Nowhere in sight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That Jammers kid is in fact cooking. And we're seeing a very aggressive 4-stack A here. And nothing yet. And looks like Evie's going to get some contact on C here. And she does not pick up any kills. So that is going to hurt the team a little bit. Little Ben here, we're going to see him flank with the op. See if he can catch anyone who's kind of slow to push up. Doesn't see anybody. Finally sees one, and he's able to get the flick. What a shot there from Little Ben. Lachlan able to find one as well. Lachlan able to find two. Can he find the third? He does. Lachlan on the 3K, and Evan gonna clean up the last. Gonna get the defuse to make it 6-0 in the favor of Smite.
Defuse the spike. Here. Reloading. Sorry. Only bright enough for me.
And Smite just
Here. Yes. This
doesn't really have to worry too much so far. Smite
Here.
just playing so aggressive, shutting down this Herald's roster. And they need to do something now. And their team is built a little bit more defense heavy than we have seen Smite's comp be. But Smite is just running it down, and Heralds does not have a solution for it yet. And Lachlan just able to get out of that ult. And Little Ben is going to fall first here. But Lachlan able to clean it up and make it a 4v4. Lachlan's going to try and find a second, and he does.
Spike down.
He does have Evan and I believe Atlee there to support him. Lachlan taking some shots. Evan going to find one. Evie going to find one. Evan going to find a second. 7-0. Smite.
They will scurry, and then they will die.
And one of the key things that you guys should know about this game is Coach Ben, currently not live coaching, currently playing a scrim with his other team. So this is all pure Smite we are seeing here. And unfortunately for Heralds, we might just see, might be experiencing a little bit of a different class of game. Obviously, Heralds trying their best to do anything they can, and they are getting some very good kills, but just not enough. The Smite roster is strong. It is tough to win. It is tough to find kills on this team. And Evie gonna fall quick yet again. She definitely needs to warm up here for her team. Atlee gonna find the Reyna with the ult. Lachlan gonna find one. Lachlan gonna find a second.
One enemy remaining.
Evan finding one, and Little Ben finding the last one. Evan gonna get the defuse. 8-0 for Smite.
You really expect that to work?
And so far, Heralds have not made the adjustments that they've needed to challenge this quick, aggressive Smite roster. And yet again here, we are seeing what looks like a 3-stack. We're going to see them push through B here, push through mid, see if they can't find some quick kills on this Heralds team. And this is a deadly trio right here. This is as egotistical as you can get with these three players. They know they're good. Lachlan gonna find the first one and draw first blood. Little Ben gonna jump right into it though. Find one for himself. Find a second. Find a third. Little Ben hungry for the 4K, and he's gonna find it. Little Ben, 4K, 9-0 Smite.
Much of this world hurt me. It's mine.
What a round there from Little Ben, as he is feeling great, trying to do everything he can to prove to himself, to his teammates, and most importantly, to his coach, that he deserves to be a regular on this roster.
Here.
And taking a quick look here, we actually see Little Ben leading his team here. We're going to see the ult. Evan's going to find the first blood. Atlee's going to find one with some util usage. Atlee's going to find a second. Evan's going to find a second. And Little Ben is going to find the fifth for a 10-0
Just let them try
Smite.
to catch me.
Little Ben is still leading the way. Evan and Atlee very quickly behind him, trying to take over that MVP, that top spot. Lachlan also throwing his name into the mix, and Evie still a little chilly from her long break.
Keep up.
Looks like we might have some contact B here. Lachlan not seeing anything for C.
Peeking.
And then it actually looks like we do have a push C. Maybe it was a slow push. Lachlan here is going to sit in his smoke. And these smokes quickly start to fall. Nothing at C. The Smite is being duped. They don't know where they're at.
Here.
Nothing A. Smite can't find him. Finally, Little Ben finds the first one.
Here.
We're going to see some util come out here. And that hits Little Ben and Atlee. Little Ben going to fall, making it 4-4. Although Atlee, what great shots from him. Shuts down the Reyna.
One
Evan and Atlee playing amazing together. Evie finding one.
Tiger's
And cleaning up the round, Atlee draws final blood to make it 11-0. And we are last round before the swap.
Well before it's gone.
And unfortunately for this Heralds roster, nothing has worked for them. They've tried to go fast. They've tried to go slow. They've tried to sit in spawn. And they just cannot break the strength and the chemistry of this Smite roster. And we are going to see Evan and Atlee go very quickly. Little Ben going to find a quick 2, though, on A site. Let's see if he can find any more. He finds a 3rd. Can he find a 4th? Unfortunately, he goes down, but his teammates, Evan and Evie, are there to clean up the kills for him, making it 12-0. And now, Smite is on the attack.
Need a drop. Thanks. Be ready.
Looks like we're going to see a 5-stack C here. We anticipate here that the Ego Trio, that's what I'm going to start calling them from now on, is going to swing out very aggressively. And then they're probably just going to run down this site and clean it up and take this W home. As predicted, just straight sprinting onto site. No one there, no one home. Spike is down. Little Ben finding 1. Atlee joining. Lachlan also joining. Lachlan finding 2. Who's going to find the last one? Although Atlee falls, Evie gonna find the final blood of the game. 13-0 Smite. Clean sweep. A rough performance from Heralds. But they tried their best. And a great comeback victory for Smite as they prove that they are back and better than ever. And now, so as soon as player number 1 comes up, and looks like I'm going to have the man himself, Atlee, aka Force Lock Poster. What is going on, my brother?
What's up?
How are you feeling after that domination of a game?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, going well as a team, just having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one of the things that's always worrisome, especially with these long breaks in between seasons sometimes, is, you know, is the team going to cool down? Are you guys going to lose some of that chemistry? And after a win like tonight, what does that do for you guys moving forward into next matches?
I mean, I think it definitely gives us more confidence moving into next week and just knowing that we're good enough to win.
No, absolutely. And obviously, you know, you guys have not gone anywhere. But what does it mean to you to be back, to be playing competitive Valorant with your friends, with your teammates?
I mean, it feels great. It's definitely the most fun I've had in a while.
Absolutely. And finally, Atlee, we saw everybody taking part of the killing there. We saw all of you guys do your job pretty well. Is this a roster you're thinking we're going to see more in the future?
I definitely hope so.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time up here, Atlee. And, well, I know you'll be back up at some point, so I'll definitely get to talk to you more.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's see who's coming up next. And it looks like it's going to be Evie. Evie, welcome up to the booth.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Absolutely has been a while. For the game and up here.
For sure.
So tell me a little bit about how you're feeling after that.
Great. Definitely feeling great. Definitely a great starting of the season for us. We're feeling great, and yeah.
Yeah. You know, we really saw you didn't really need to do much. Took a little bit of a backseat that game.
Pretty much.
And, especially with the Clove, and this is something that we've kind of differed from where you were at the tail end of the last season, where you were
For sure.
leading the team. So what does it do for you now that you have teammates you can depend on much more to take some of that pressure off of you?
Great. It's great to feel like I can play more of a supportive role, playing back, throwing smokes, not risking my life to get those first few kills when I have my duelists are absolutely running it down, absolutely cooking, getting the kills, and trading each other perfectly this game. It definitely felt great to be able to take that back off and just help them out when they need it.
Absolutely. And we've seen you play support in multiple different games. So is that a role that you just find comfortable? You find matches your playstyle the best, and will we continue to see that playstyle from you in Valorant and in other games?
For sure, it's definitely a role I've seen that my playstyle is fit the best into, for sure. So definitely most likely gonna see me keep playing those supportive roles.
Absolutely. Well, Evie, thank you so much.
Yes.
Congratulations on your victory. And well, like I said, Allie, I know you're going to be back up here at some point. So
For sure.
Get to talk to you more for sure.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. All right. I assume I'm going to have at least one more. Maybe not. I don't know. Yep, looks like I am. The IGL himself. It's going to be the final interview to join me up here. Evan, a.k.a. Thunder. How are you feeling after that game, brother?
I'm feeling good. It wasn't really that close.
Wow.
Games, unfortunately, I don't think there's much of matchmaking this season.
Yes. So, something that we saw a lot, and we've seen it from you guys before, but we saw a very aggressive defense comp. Now, I know this team couldn't really handle that, but what are you doing? What are you seeing in those moments that make you decide if you guys are going to stick to that play style or maybe switch off and slow down a little bit?
Just looking to see if they play scared, or mainly just judging where they're gonna go. Like how it was really easy to read that they were gonna go B second round, just because they were like, oh, we got stomped on A, and now we're on a save round. Well, we have to go B. So we just, as we saw, we pushed up, cleaned them easily.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we saw little Ben kind of come back to this roster, and we've seen him in and out, bounce between teams here. And obviously he's been wanting to play with you guys for a long time. So what did you see as the IGL, as kind of the captain of this team? And do you believe he made enough of an impact tonight to maybe start to throw his hat in that roster a little more?
He definitely made a big impact tonight, especially when we really need him to. Just getting the picks, playing aggressive as he does, as always. But this game especially, because they were just so scared, it was really easy for him to just pick them off every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally here, we've seen you guys do well. We see you guys typically place well in the normal season and make it pretty far into playoffs. With this win, how confident are you going into next week and future weeks and probably even playoffs?
Well, I think this game was a good reminder of just playing with your teams, trading off of each other. As we saw, we did a lot of trading this game. All Ben's deaths weren't in vain. Yep, we hear you, Ben. So it's definitely looking forward to the next games, seeing how those are and seeing if those are closer or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Evan, thank you so much. Like I said with everybody, I know I'm going to get to talk to you again. So congratulations on your win tonight. And, of course, we look forward to chatting more. So thank you.
See you.
All right, everybody. And, typically we would do Coach Ben. But Coach Ben is mid-scrim. And, well, to be honest with you, I don't really want to bother him. That's a man of certainty. And that man is certainly locked in. So we're gonna leave him be tonight. But we just want to thank all of you guys for coming out, for tuning in, for supporting us. Of course, kind of apologize for a little bit of the shorter stream tonight, but officially we are back underway. So hopefully we will have streams every single weeknight from now until the end of the season and until the end of playoffs, realistically. So with that being said, from myself, from all of the coaches, and from everybody here at Valhallan Campbell, thank you guys so much, and we will see you all on Monday. Good night, everybody.